life, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassidy and I mentor busy women to detox their mind and body, gain energy, and live a natural lifestyle so that they can take control of their health. And welcome to this edition of Free Yourself Friday. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking with you about 3 tips to help you discover what you really want for your life. So in this example, it's really going back to what you really want for your life in general, not just your career, but I do use an example that kind of brings your career into it. So your career and your finances are something that everyone wants to feel fulfilled in, and this is a part of your holistic health. So I help my clients feel more fulfilled in these areas. And no, I'm not a career and finance coach, but I am a holistic health coach, and your holistic health encompasses the health of you as a whole human. So the example that I want to give to you is, let's say that there is a storm rolling in, right? And you're outside and you're like, ooh, like you kind of have like 2 options. You can be like, oh wow, like this storm feels really good, like this wind feels really good, right? This breeze that comes in and kicks in before that storm comes, like, ooh, it feels good to be in this wind and this flow. I'm enjoying this right now. I'm really being present. I'm really being here and enjoying the now of this moment and what's going on. Or you can be like, oh my gosh, storm's coming, I gotta go inside, like I gotta get shelter, or my dog's gonna be scared, right? And like anticipating and being anxious of the future. Also, you can honor the and. Honor the and means, you know, I feel this and I also feel this. So you might feel excited and grateful and loving that like flow and the air, how great the air feels and being in the present moment of the pre-storm wind. And you also might be preparing and anxious for the future and all that. So we honor the and here, right? But let's say that like the storm in this case, in this analogy, is maybe your the journey to your career or the sacrifice for your up leveling or your come up. And you know that after that, it is all worth the stillness, the calm, the rainbow after the storm. So, if you are someone that is, and this is really directed towards us millennials, because this is definitely something that I resonate with, and this was just like something the source put on my heart to share with you, because I think we just need to constantly be reminded of this. If you're someone right now who doesn't know what you want to do with your life, with your career path, if you're someone that is seeking more clarity on this and what it is, and maybe even like going further than your career path, like your life's purpose, I want to remind you, do you know how much of a gift that is? Like, let's reframe that for a second of like, from, oh, I don't know, and like, I should know, right? We don't want to should on ourselves. From that to like, whoa, like it's a gift. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you don't have this rigidity, I don't even know if that's a word, rigidness, and this attachment to like a certain outcome, like this is my path, this is what I'm doing, like I'm just doing this, and maybe it's because your parents or society told you, right? When you don't have that attachment to that, that is so beautiful. You're in surrender mode right now, like, or you're not. It's up to you on how you want to be, but you're really in this mode of like non-attachment and in this mode of flowing, and like that's where all the magic happens and is possible, because there's so many different options that you could take, which might make you feel anxious, but reframing that and looking at that as like, what a gift. Like, wow, it's beautiful. I'm not attached to anything. And when we release attachments and expectations, that is truly where the magic happens in the manifestation process, which I teach my clients about. A really hard part that people have in the manifestation process is surrendering. It's truly like letting go of their intention or their manifestation. Maybe your intention is like, I want to know what I'm supposed to do with my life, right? And I'm going to share with you in the 3 tips that will help you understand and have clarity on those things. But you set that intention and then you let it go. You let it go and you trust that it's going to come to you. So as long as you are being in alignment with your highest self and doing the work, etc., and all of that. we need to not like put it up on such a high pedestal, because we're creating so much resistance and, you know, like chasing after it basically, and that's like repelling it. So I just want to remind you of what a beautiful, beautiful gift it is. So you can be in the flow and in the surrender and really appreciating that and looking at it as magic and wow, like abundance of opportunities and possibilities. Or you can not, right? Or you can just be like so focused on like the fact that you don't know and just be like, I should know, right? Which shoulding on ourselves takes us out of the present moment. It literally robs our joy. And usually those shoulds, oh, I should do this. By age 26, I should be doing this. I should be. It usually isn't even coming from you and your true self, your spirit. It's coming from society, hand-me-down beliefs, your parents, trauma, etc., etc., etc. So relax, trust, like you are right where you need to be, seriously. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into these 3 tips to help you discover what it is that you really want for your life, what you want to do with your life. Tip number 1 is to slow the F down, okay? So the universe is not in a hurry. You're in a hurry. And you probably are in a hurry and in a rush because, once again, going back to, you're looking and comparing yourself to everyone around you, everyone that you see on social media. Slow down, stay in your lane, and really take the time to be. Take some time to be in nature, to be in silence, to be alone, to relax. And things will come to you. Maybe not at first, but maybe after a couple sessions of being in nature alone, being, just straight up being, not doing anything, but just being right here, right now. Things will come to you. Trust me, they will. You'd be surprised what comes to you when you get silent and you get present and you get in nature and you get alone. And then tip number 2 is to write down all the things that you love. So yes, the things that you love doing, but I'm talking about all the things that you love. So if you're like, I love dragonflies, I love candles, I love dirt bikes, I love, hugs, whatever it is that you love, write that down. And not only is this awesome for you to help discover yourself and become more self-aware, but also it's just a really nice little gratitude practice, because you're sitting there saying like, wow, I love all these things. You're saying I'm grateful for these things. And then tip number 3 is to look at that list, and whatever things are on there that you can do, go ahead and do them. Do those things. And in that, you are going to find some clarity. So maybe one of those things that you love to do is hiking, and you're hiking and maybe you're like, wow, I just love this. And maybe you're not necessarily like, I'm just going to become an environmentalist, but maybe you realize, like, you're like me from Florida and you live in Florida, you're like, you know what, I really am trying to move to the mountains, or you, realize that you really like hiking and you want more time to hike. And you're like, I think that if I worked a remote job, that would allow me more time to do this hiking and the things that I love. So those are my 3 tips for you to help you really discover more about what it is that you really want, right? At your core soul level, what do you really, really want? Gotta make time to listen to what your soul wants. And also to chill out, to relax, and to trust and surrender and seriously know that you, beloved, are exactly where you need to be. Once again, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Everything is happening as it should. You're right where you need to be, because if not, where would you be? This is the only place to be, right? Another thing coming through as well is a reminder to stay in your lane. There is no right, there is only right for you. I hope that this message brought you some clarity. That was my intention, and to remind you who you are, what you are worthy of, and all these things that are your birthright. And I would love for you to drop in the comments below one thing that you love. I want to hear those things that you love. And if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with someone that you know needs to hear it in this moment. Until next time, sending you so much love always. Namaste.